Bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue à Learn French by Suchita. Je m'appelle Suchita, votre enseignante de la langue française, et dans cette vidéo, on va apprendre les couleurs deuxième partie. Before we begin with this video, I would like to introduce you to my website www.learnfrenchbysuchita.com, where you will find recorded courses for all your French language needs. We have courses for DELF A1, DELF A2, DELF B1, TEF TCF recorded course, French phonetics as well. We have special courses for our school students ranging from grade 5 to grade 8. We also have courses for university students who are enrolled in certificate course or diploma course in Delhi University. And finally, we also have courses for our school students who are aiming to appear for their DELF Prem or DELF Junior examinations. So hurry up and check it out. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. And this video is actually the second part of the series, The Colors. So if you have not watched the first part of this video, I'm dropping the link in the card above. Just watch that video first and then come back here again. Let's start with the video, and I'm going to give you the brief recapitulation of what we did in the previous video, and then we'll start with this video. Okay, so I told you all the colors are adjectives. Now what are adjectives? Adjectives are the words which describe any noun or a pronoun. Let's say if I say this is a blue chair. So blue is a color which is describing chair. So blue is my adjective, and adjectives are of different types. Colors is one of them. Okay. Now, all the colors in English, if I say, they do not agree in gender and in number according to the noun they describe. So if I say this is a blue chair, this is a blue dress, these are some blue chairs, my color blue is static. It is not changing according to the noun it is describing. However, in French, it changes. In French, if I say this is a blue chair, c'est une chaise bleue, so the color blue will be according to chaise. Chaise, it is feminine, it is singular. So you say bleu avec e. Okay. Then if it would have been plural, if I would have said these are some blue chairs, then blue would be according to chairs. So that means it agrees in gender and in number according to the noun they describe. Okay. Then I told you what are the various rules to make the feminine and plural of our adjectives, of our colors. Then I explained you how do you write the feminine of the colors, how do you make the plural of your colors. So you watch that video in order to understand what are the various rules of making feminine and what are the various rules to make the plural of your adjectives. And then I explained you 5 colors that we did in that video, and we are going to continue with our colors in this video. Let's continue. So the next color that we are going to do is pink. Pink, rose. Rose. Now how do you make the feminine of something? You add E to make the feminine, but if your color already ends with E in the masculine form, the feminine form doesn't change. So rose, that already ends with E in the masculine form, so that means the feminine form will remain same. Rose, rose. And how do you make the plural of something? You add S to make the plural. So rose avec S et rose avec S. Then I also told you, use masculine singular form to make the masculine plural form. You use feminine singular form to make the feminine plural form. Okay. So that means you're going to add S to this form to make masculine plural, and you're going to add S to this form to make plural of feminine singular. That means to write the feminine plural form. In this case, it is same because the masculine singular form and the feminine singular form itself is same. So that means these two are also same. But in other colors, it would vary. Now, rose, rose, rose avec S et rose avec S. The pronunciation of all 4 of them is same. Okay, moving on to the color grey. So you say gris, gris. In order to make it feminine, you are going to put e. Alors, gris, grise, grise. Now, I want to make the plural of this. How do you make the plural? The rule was you generally add S to make it plural. However, if your adjective, or I should say if your color already ends with an S in the singular form, to make it plural, you do not add anything. So here in the singular form itself, it already ends with an S. So in plural form, it will not change. Alors, gris, gris. I'll use this form to make the feminine plural. So here I'm going to add an S to make it plural. So grise, grise. I also told you The pronunciation of masculine singular and masculine plural will always be same, and the pronunciation of feminine singular and feminine plural will always be same. Alors c'est gris, grise, gris et grise. Okay, moving on to the third color, and that's violet. Violet, or I should say purple. So that's violet, violet. Femina, violette. It was an exception if you remember. Normally you add E to make it feminine, but here you will double the last consonant. That means you have to put double T and then E to make it feminine. So violet, violette. Now in order to make this plural, I am going to put S in this form. And in order to make this plural, you are going to put S in this form. Now pronunciation. Violet, violette. Violet, violette. The pronunciation of masculine singular, masculine plural is same. Violet, violet. Violette, violette. Allez-y. Let's continue with yellow. Yellow, jaune. 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 Now it already ends with E in the masculine form. So in the feminine form, you're not going to put anything. So jaune, jaune. In plural form, we are going to add an S. Now the pronunciation. Jaune, jaune, jaune et jaune. All four of them, the pronunciation is same. Now moving on to brown. Now I'll tell you a new rule. There are two colors, brown and orange, which do not change in their feminine and in their plural form. So in all the four forms, they are going to remain static. You are not going to put any E, you are not going to put any S to make them feminine or plural. Okay. So brown, that's marron. Marron. Alors, marron, marron, marron et marron. No feminine, no plural. Okay. Then you have orange. That's orange. Orange, orange, orange et orange. There will not be any change in the feminine and in the plural form. That means I can also say there are no feminine and no plurals of marron and orange. They remain static in all the four forms. Allez, on va faire une petite révision. Répétez après moi. Rose, rose, rose et rose. That's the color pink. Allez, gris, grise, gris et grise. That's the color gray. Violet, violette, violet, violette. That's the color purple, or I can say that's the color violet. Okay. Jaune, jaune, jaune et jaune. That's the color yellow. And two colors which remain same in all the four forms, that's marron and orange. So you say marron, marron, marron et marron. That's the color brown. And then you have orange, 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 orange et orange. Okay, now that we are done with the colors, I'm going to give you certain examples and a very, very important rule. On écrit toujours les couleurs après le nom. That means you always write the colors after the noun. This is exactly opposite to what we have learnt in English. In English, if I say anything, let's say this is a blue chair. The color blue is before the noun. We say blue chair. However, in French, it is always opposite. You always say the noun first, followed by the color. So in French, if you want to say, you will not say this is a blue chair. You will say this is a chair blue. Okay. If I want to say a red pen or a red marker, you will not say a red marker in French. You will say a marker red. It's always the opposite. So you write your noun first, followed by your color, and also that color would be in accordance to the noun. That means if the noun is feminine or if the noun is plural, your color will also be feminine or plural. Okay. Now here I have written few examples. Just grab a notebook, grab a pen. We are going to solve it together. Okay. Allez-y. C'est une chaise. C'est une chaise. This is a chair. Now I want to say blue. So I want to say this is a blue chair. In English you say this is a blue chair. However, in French you will say this is a chair blue. So you will frame your sentence as it is. It's just that a blue chair will become a chair blue. Now, blue. First of all, just reflect back and see what do you say to blue. Blue, that's bleu. Bleu. Okay. So you say c'est une chaise bleue. This is Not 100% correct as of now. Now you see bleu. Blue is the color of chaise. Now you will look at this word. Chaise. Masculin ou féminin? Là c'est une chaise féminin. Singulier ou pluriel? That's singular. So you say this is feminine singular. So your color should also be feminine singular. So you say c'est une chaise bleue. Et bleu c'est avec E. In order to make it feminine, you put E. So you say c'est une chaise bleue. Two things to remember. You put your color always after the noun. The second thing, this color should be in accordance to the noun it is describing. Okay, let's move to the second one. That's j'ai une voiture. I have a car. J'ai une voiture. And now I want to add it a quality. I want to say I have a white car. Now how do you say white? That's blanc. Blanc. So you say I have a white car in English. In French it would be I have a car white. Noun first, color after. So you say j'ai une voiture blanc. Is that correct? No. Now white is the color of car. Une voiture. Là c'est féminin singulier. Une voiture. So your color should also be feminine. How do you make the feminine of blanc? Of course you put HE. So it will become j'ai une voiture blanche. I have a white car. Okay. Now moving on to the third example. J'aime les fleurs pink. I want to say I like the pink flowers. Now here, how do you say pink? Pink is rose. Rose. Now you will not say the pink flowers. However, you will say the flowers pink. Okay. Now pink is describing the color of flowers. Now first, tell me, is it masculine or is it feminine? C'est un fleur ou une fleur? C'est féminin. C'est une exception. Hein? Féminin, singulier ou pluriel? Là, c'est pluriel. Alors, féminin, pluriel. Now, first you will make the color feminine and then you will make it plural. Okay? Now, the color rose that already ends with E in the masculine form. In the feminine form, it will not change. So, that means we will keep it as it is. And then I want to make it plural. What do we put to make it plural? We put S. So it will become j'aime les fleurs roses. Moving on to the fourth example, you have les stylos sont sur la table. That means the green pens. I want to say the green pens are on the table. So I will not say the green pens. However, I would say the pens green. So how do you say green in French? That's vert. Vert. Okay. Now green is telling me the color of, the quality of pens. And that is un stylo ou une stylo? Là c'est un stylo. Masculin. Singulier ou pluriel? Les stylos. C'est pluriel. So that means I do not need to make it feminine because stylo, that's masculine. But I need to make it plural. So you will say les stylos verts, verts avec S, sont sur la table. Okay, now next example that we have is je bois du thé. I drink some, and I want to say some black tea. I drink some black tea. So black is describing the color of tea. So first of all, I'm not going to say black tea, I'm going to say tea black. Okay, another thing, how do you say black? Black is noir, noir. Now just see, black is telling me the color of tea, and tea, that's, now noir is telling me the quality of thé, and thé, that's masculin singulier. So you will not change noir, it will remain as it is because you do not need to make it feminine, you do not need to make it plural, so you will keep it as it is, masculin singulier. Je bois du thé noir, that means I drink some black tea. Moving on to the last example that we have is j'ai acheté. Là, j'ai utilisé passé composé. It's the past tense. I bought. And I want to say I bought a brown dress. So how do you say brown? That's marron.
marron. You will not say a brown dress, however you will say a dress brown. J'ai acheté une robe marron. Marron. Okay. Now, brown is telling me the color of a robe. A robe, c'est féminin. C'est une robe. Et c'est singulier. But now the rule here says, I told you there are two colors, marron and orange, which remain static in all the four forms. There is no feminine of this, there is no plural of this. So if you want to say I bought a brown dress, you will say j'ai acheté une robe marron. You will not change it into feminine, and if it would have been plural also, then also you would not have changed it. So two colors, marron and orange, they do not change. J'ai acheté une robe marron. Why don't you make some sentences using colors and mention in the comment section? I'm going to check all of them. If you like this video, do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and for daily updates and reminders, do not forget to hit the bell icon. And I'll see you very soon with the next video. Till then, au revoir, à bientôt et bisous bisous.